Welcome back. Oop, my bad. Welcome back. We are on episode 16, and we are going to do some coolant pump stuff. One of the things about coolant pumps is that once you start, you can't stop. So we'll be stuck in here for a little while. Is this a power? Yes, it is. Once we turn the power on, we get attacked by a few dozen of these enemies. I don't really like them. What was that? Huh. That might have been all of them, but there's a couple more waves that are going to happen soon. So there's a couple of challenges in this level that I don't like. We might as well go do the terrible one first. I'm keeping my ear open because I'm pretty sure that they'll just attack me again in a minute here. See that over there? That's a power cube. You can't pick it up. Picking things up in this game really prioritizes things that are behind you on the ground. I'm not sure why that is, but it's kind of annoying. Oh, there were more right here, so I guess I didn't have to bother. So if we try to power this tank up...
Shit. What now?
Exactly. It is in fact shit.
Enemy the clock is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He's very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
So I like how this looks. It's been gummed up by gunk. Putting gunk on things is a time-honored tradition, and it's a little bit more difficult than you might think if your things are pipes, because pipes are round. You have to be a little bit careful about how you mount things on a round surface. It can look very artificial if you're not. Anyway, his old enemy, the clock, is over here. This is it. The thing about this is that once you start to shoot this, it goes kind of ballistic. See? And the whole point here is to teach you that this thing is not gonna go softly. And you need to be careful not to die, because that thing will kill you. They've got this barrier in the way so that you can't shoot it from at range. You've got to try and time it right. But once you kill them all, it goes away.
How is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Welcome to the boring stage. Now, sewer stages are never the best. There are some that are kind of fun. For example, there's a sewer stage in Bloodlines that's actually pretty fun. It's got a lot of strange configurations and set up in fun ways. But this one isn't. It's just the same thing 85 times. It feels really boring. I don't like it. I wish they hadn't decided to do it this way. It's so boring, it's making my nose itch. You can see just how uninspired this visual is by the fact that these pipes aren't even connected. None of them. They're all disconnected. And it's like, well, why would you bother having pipes if all of them are disconnected? It just feels really basic. Like, did they not have the artist team on anymore? Did the artist team quit before they managed to finish the sewers? So even in a pretty great game, you still end up with a lot of situations that you don't like. It's just the nature of games, right? So you don't have to 100% like every game. Let's go ahead and get that treasure chest before we leave.
Just hold together a little longer.
So now we can talk about the verticality of this room. Sorry, I was looking down at the recorder and I surprised myself and ended up talking directly into the mic. You're not supposed to really kiss the mic like that, but let's talk about the verticality of this room. I love the visual here, the way that this room goes up and over. It really adds a lot, but it makes it a real pain in the butt to actually find all the enemies. I don't think I've ever managed to get through this room without having to go and search for whatever enemy fell in a hole somewhere.
The pipes? Nothing more satisfying.
It just is a little bit annoying to try and find these enemies. If their pathfinding was better and they tried to hunt me down, maybe that would be something, but they tend to get stuck underneath, and then you can't do anything about them without going down there yourself and getting killed. Well, I just got the dun, so maybe that was all the enemies. It's hard to tell. No, we still have the problem, so there's got to be some more. Or maybe this just hasn't finished coming down. There we are. It's this guy. I forgot. Ah! So the first time I played this game, I actually had shield when I reached this guy. I'm not sure why I don't have shield this time. I must have gone in a different order. I just don't know which one was the intended order. You don't really need shield to deal with him. His aim is terrible. There we are. I can't pick it up? Oh well. What is he standing on? Oh, power core. I thought maybe it was explosive and I could have dealt with him by exploding it. That would have been something. So I think that there is like some dropped loot around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is and I can't be bothered to do any significant searching for it. It's one of those situations where the enemies drop loot wherever they happen to be and you can see it from quite far away. But in a room like this, where everything goes everywhere, it's really hard to tell whether you've gotten everything. It doesn't really matter. Let's go here. That is pretty much the entirety of the coolant setup. We've finished it. We're going to do the power converters in the next episode. At least that's the theory. This long ride shows you how tall the room is. There is a hint that you might be able to get up there someday, like by jumping or something. But I can't do that yet. As our final element, we have to go kill some troopers out here. I really love these pipes. We'll have to come back and look at them some other day, though, because I'd prefer not to lose any of my soldiers, you know? Well, if I hit them, then we're definitely going to lose them.
Take
There are some bosses in this level. They're not challenging. But they are more dangerous than you might think, but they don't look very special, so it's easy to accidentally misjudge the amount of risk, you know? It says 2 above their heads. They are not a 2, they are a 2 boss, which is substantially more challenging than just a plain old 2. Ah, I saved her. Last time I tried this, she died. She came pretty close this time, look at that. Just a sliver of health. I'm so good at saving lives. Anyway, we should kill some of these shouty guys. They're annoying. Yeah, let's go back and look at the tubes, because that's what I wanted to sign off with. I just had to save the life first. This tube setup is fantastic. If you want to know how to do a complicated tube setup, you could do a lot worse than looking at this. If you've ever been to a building with like a complicated steam pipe or natural gas setup, this is astonishingly very similar to how those things can look. It's not random. It's very complex, but it's complex with purpose. It's just that you don't understand the purpose because you're not a plumber. I likes it. Anyway, in the next episode, we gotta try and hunt down our next step. Did I get what's in this shelter? Yeah, I did. Yeah. See ya.